Welcome back, episode 3 of Ondresmind, and thanks for the support so far. I've gotten a lot of love. It makes me feel good to be back. Can't lie. You guys actually like what I have to say. All right, what's on my mind today? My mind is on my mind today, and I'm going to give you guys what I did to start controlling my mind and taking a hold of my reality. What else is on my mind? The American economy. The American people are on my mind, and I'm going to voice my opinion on that, or what I think needs to happen. Trading, what's on my mind? Not much, but we'll touch a topic. I want to touch on institutional trading for a bit. I don't want to say names, but there are so many people on the internet claiming that they know what institutions do. What many people don't understand is institutional trading is really multidisciplinary, meaning there are many different styles of trade, so many different styles of trade. One thing that I've exposed recently, because now I no longer have that fear of holding on to information, is the London fix. There's two other fixes that you probably should know about that are in my London fix course. The London fix is a real institutional dealing level. There's other dealing levels as well in the market, but I wanted to expose that one because, again, with all the nonsense about order blocks and bib and optimal trade entries and all that, come on, guys, like that is silly at best. That's not how institutions work. There's no market boogeyman sitting there saying, I'm going to run everybody's stops. And I've said this on the previous podcast, is that we only make up less than 1% of the market, sometimes 2 to 3 at max. We're not filling a $500 billion order. If Apple needs to pay someone over in Europe, there ain't enough stops in retail to fill that order. Now, that brings me to this. What's liquidity? Liquidity is limit orders. Market orders take money out of the market, meaning you are pulling from the available liquidity and price. Limit orders add liquidity to the market. They are the priority for the market. They are the priority for the algorithm. That's one of the main algorithms that run, is the dealing algorithm, which is nothing more than liquidity and price matching. That's it. So essentially, when you're trading, when the market's moving, you're taking money out of the market. You're making the move in the market weaker. And what people see as a stop run is nothing more than bid or offer exhaustion, meaning there's no more buyers, no more sellers, or just beyond that high or low, we hit a pocket of liquidity, or there's no liquidity. They are both true. See, that's kind of the problem with this online trading community and trading forums, is they spread misinformation. It doesn't change the failure rate. What I do, will it change the failure rate? Probably not. Maybe a fraction of a percent, but that's everything. What you fail to realize is real institutional traders, when they get what's even going on in retail, they crack up because it's stupid. It's like, it's ass backwards, right? It's shit for jackasses. And I don't say that to down talk retail. What I'm trying to say is they find it hilarious. And you should find it hilarious, and you should want to open your eyes up. Also, here's a little bit of logic. I highly doubt that there's a kid on Instagram with all these Lambos and Ferraris that's making more money than Chris Laurie, that's managed more money than Chris Laurie, that's making more money than Steve Cohen, that can go out and buy the New York Yankees, that can go buy the Mets. Like, come on. I want to see one of these guys buy a basketball team. This is the amount of money that these guys are making, and it's a fraction of what they're making to buy a whole sports teams. If you look at the majority of sports owners, especially in the NBA, there's finance in there. These guys aren't making moves like that. Food for thought. Let's transition. The American economy. I've been saying this in private, that I think the American economy is horrible. Hear me out. You're going to say, well, the interest rates are good. Interest rates are too high. People are underemployed. That is a real epidemic. I challenge you, when you go out to eat at a restaurant, ask the person, hey, how are you? How are you doing? If they say they're a college student, what are they studying? You're going to find a lot of these people have graduated already. They're underemployed with master's degrees. I see it all the time. And they're working 2 or 3 jobs in the food industry because they have to make ends meet. And it's the stimulus checks, right? People are like, oh, we need another stimulus check. I remember when the first round of stimulus checks came out, I told my wife, this is not a good idea, because the price of everything has to go up to soak in that money. Nothing's free. American people were suckered into getting and wanting stimulus checks, and we're in this position that we're in now because the Fed has to soak up this money. How is it going to soak up the money? Raise the price of everything. Gas, food, electricity, silly things, oil, right? Everything's going up. There was a video that went around Instagram and TikTok of the guy saying pre-pandemic his Walmart grocery bill was $112. Now it's 432. That should alarm you, right? We're looking to build a house at one point, and the cost of wood just went astronomical. And it was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. But a lot of that is the stimulus checks, money that's printing and going to, how can I say that? The money that's being printed and going overseas, we pay for that in the form of higher price goods. The government's not paying for that. Like a taxpayer is. This epidemic of underemployment that I'm seeing is going to hurt the American people. People who were making $75,000 a year are now struggling to make house payments. A lot of car loans here in the States are defaulting. I talk to people all the time and they have no idea how we're hanging on. I'll tell you, credit cards. Anyone that's telling the American economy is in good hands, it's not. We are one crumble away just from 2008 and worse. It's probably going to be worse. Save your money, guys. Make money, save it. It's coming. And here's the thing, no one can tell you when or how, but it has to happen. It always does. With that being said, would it be a bad thing for the Fed to lower the interest rates? No, but what will happen? The money will flow out of the US dollar. And that's in all likelihood what they're trying to prevent. But at this point, do you care about the people or do you care about your stats? And at some point, the Fed has to take care of the people, even though they're a privately owned organization with no government ties, literally tell the government what to do. Their responsibility isn't to the people, their responsibility is to their business. And if their business looks bad, no one's investing in their business. What is the Fed's business? Money. They sell money. Think about it. Let's transition over to what I really want to talk about is the mental. And I'm not going to call it mental health or anything of that nature, but the mind. We're programmed to be negative thinkers. Watch a lot of news, colors, bad emergency, right? Attention grabbing colors. And that's usually followed by something that is negative. Oh, a car crash or this or that. And social media too. Is with this in the crapper. I am a big proponent of meditating. I try to do it daily. Quiet the mind, lock into my own personal energy, see, really tap into myself and get to know what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, and just solve the inner crisis of me on a daily basis. You have to check in with yourself daily in some way, shape, or form. Another form of meditation is the gym. Meditation is anything that quiets the monkey mind. So don't fall for you have to be sitting in the quiet room. Well, that's good and all, but that's not something that always has to be done. Now, there's a lot of talk about, oh, you have to control your mind. It's very, very difficult. I'm going to give you something tangible to practice. Instead of thought control, I try to practice thought redirection, meaning this, if something creeps into my mind and it starts to give me self-doubt, I redirect it with a positive. Now, that's not even enough. You have to redirect that with the feeling. So let's say you're struggling financially and you're going down the rabbit hole of, oh my God, I'm not going to pay bills. I can't eat this. That. One of my sales mentors when I was working in corporate America said, remember what success looks like. I think you also have to take it one step further. Remember what it also feels like. And it doesn't matter. Take your mind to a time to where you had money, to where things were clicking, to where things were good. And you just really remember how that feels. Once you lock into that feeling, hold on to it. Carry that throughout the day and redirect the thoughts to that. So let's say, okay, you know what? I'm earning $80,000 a year and walk in that sense of you earning $80,000 a year. And this is just a money thing because most people here are struggling with money. Walk in that sense, walk in that feeling, walk in that. It doesn't matter if you got a huge tax refund and you feeling like you're on top of the world. I'm from the hood. That was like Christmas. That was the real Christmas time. But I say to say you walk into that feeling and you walk in that feeling. I earned this much money. I'm this, I'm that human. And you live in it now. When that negative thought creeps in, that you're a failure, that you're poor, redirect that thought. No, no, no. I'm the shit. I'm the man. I'm the woman. I earn X amount of dollars per year. Put that chest up, right? Walk high, head high. I am an excellent blah, 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 right? Tell yourself that. And then your mood starts to, my mood is shifting right now. But even as someone who makes money in markets, I still have to do this. What I've noticed in my life is that my mood picks up easier. It's directly affected my trading for the better. It's actually given me more confidence to post on social media. And from a human design perspective, it's the open G center. Sometimes you can get what people call imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is nothing more than that open G center. And you're feeling like you're not worthy of something. But let me tell you, you are, and you have nothing to prove if you have an open G center, according to your human design. Live in it, feel it. It's not fake. What you're doing is you're raising your awareness, and raising your vibration is a whole nother thing, because to actually raising your vibration, that's another rabbit hole. You actually have to lower your vibration. And you're going to say, well, Andre, well, scale of this. No, 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 no. Because when you start diving into how things really work, enlightenment is on the lower vibrations, meaning your personal energy slows down, quiets off, tapers off, right? We believe that love is probably the highest vibration of the universe, but that's neither here nor there. Focus. That's another good point. Focus on something you love. Pick your mood up. Pick your mood up, and your body should pick up. I think about my kids, and I'm just like chest high. I remember I was in a grocery store, and my son was walking like this, head down, and I looked at my son, and I don't know what was going on through his head. I said, "Son, men don't walk like that." He looks at me and goes, "What do you mean?" Men walk with their head up, their chest up, proud. His energy changed right away. And when he caught himself doing that, he picked his head up. That's the point. Your energy, your mood gets expressed through your body. I can tell when something's wrong with my wife just by how she walks and how she looks. It's like, no, talk to me. Unload that. But start to practice and redirect the thoughts, redirect the mind to something positive. Because your mind is your energy. Your mind doesn't exist here. Your mind exists all around you in your auric field. Now, that may be too deep for this topic, but if you really are trying to improve yourself, yeah. So I say that to say, really get in, really, really pick your mood up by remembering and feeling what a time looked like when you were on top, when you felt you were on top, when you felt that you were the shit. Doesn't matter if you were 6 years old. Live and walk in that truth. And I promise you, things will start to change, and eventually there will be a snowball effect. The system is designed to keep us shut off mentally. And again, do with that information what you may. But to improve my own life, I had to improve the own quality of my thoughts. But to improve my life, I had to improve the quality of what was going on here, because me and my wife, we dealt with some stressful situations in this journey. And I'm proud to say we make it through. But we make it through knowing, okay, there's some light at the end of the tunnel, or we fill the tunnel with light. That's the trick. Redirect it, redirect it. And what you'll start to see is you'll start to see the mental program running. You'll be able to grab a hold of that program and change the channel. That's the point. Guys, that is what was on my mind. There was some sports stuff on my mind, like the Lakers drafting Bronny, which does not make us better. But I will say congrats to LeBron. You get to play NBA basketball with your son, your firstborn child. That is beautiful. And it is beautiful to see Black dads put themselves out there like that, because let's face it, the media doesn't show us in a good light. There was a JCPenney ad for those of us in the States that had two pictures. It was split in half. It was a poster split in half. The top part of the poster had a mother with two kids, right? The bottom poster had a different family on it. Mother, father, two kids. Saying, what a cute family. I say that to say, and again, I don't know racist stuff, but as a Black man with Black brothers and Black sisters, as a product of a Black father and a Black mother, we have to show ourselves in a better light, because that's not who we are. Okay, that's it. Andre is off of his soapbox, but I do offer human design sessions as well. If you are interested, I need your birth date, time of birth, place of birth, and I can give you coaching to you, specifically tailored to you based off of how God created you, how God programmed you. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. I've done it for several of my students, and you have to be open-minded to it. Not everyone's open-minded to it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a very blessed weekend. It's Friday here. I don't know when this episode's gonna go up. Try to get it up maybe Saturday, Sunday. Maybe not, probably not today. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. And remember, when you get in that dark place, mentally, redirect it. Go back to a time where it was all good. I promise you, not only is there light at the end of the tunnel, and that can seem like a long journey, fill the tunnel with your light. Cheers.